Alrighty. Hi again. It's Melissa, your shopaholic gal. What am I trying to say? Your shopaholic gal. So for those of you that want to dry brush with me, grab your dry brush and let's get started. Now I will share with you a few quick tips. I talk about dry brushing all the time, so I'm not going to go over everything with the dry brush. I do have some new information I want to share, but I'll just kind of generically go over because there's so many other things I want to talk about. So if you've got your dry brush, grab it. Remember, I'm gonna try something different and use my one with the stick. Because of course I bought a kit and I have like two of these, one with the handle and the face that I ordered off Amazon. I haven't used the face brush yet. While more people are joining on, I'll just do a quick chat. But I definitely used the handheld one. And this kept coming off when I first was using this, so I didn't use it as much. But I'm going to try again and see how it works out. So remember, why am I dry brushing? Guys, because I am trying to prevent myself from having plastic surgery. I'm 51 years old. I am 11 weeks post-op. Had my weeks mixed up. I have been saying 11, 12 for I don't know how long, but it's 11. So I am trying to do all that I can to tighten my skin, to detox my skin, to reduce cellulite. I'm just doing it all because it's my understanding. I mean, and hey, if I have to have plastic surgery, I just do. But it's my understanding that plastic surgery is like way tougher, way more invasive than the sleeve that we had or that you're going to have, as well as it's a lot harder to recover. So I've got on my, my little sports, well, not little, I say little, my sports bra, which actually, this is getting too big. This is my Adidas sports bra. It's like a 3X, but, because I'm quite top heavy, but, now it's getting too big. Okay, so let's get started while I'm talking. Make sure, now there's a lot of exfoliation of your skin when you dry brush. So I like to dry brush on a yoga mat so I can pick it up, take it outside, and dump it. So what we always want to start with our hands first. So just let me make sure I'm standing. Well, you know what? Well, I guess I could sweep it onto this. So just follow along because I'm going to do some talking, okay? Follow along. Let's start with our hands because we want our hands to look gorgeous. Again, guys, just the real quick overview, what is dry brushing? Dry brushing is basically a holistic, part of holistic health and detoxification. You want to do about 7 strokes. I do more than 7 because I'm really brushing. I only brush 2 to 3 times a week. That's usually what's suggested. Some people say you can brush more than that. I've got a lot of dry skin on my hands. So, and actually my entire body has dry skin. So I like to get extra strokes in. Now, you want to go from your wrist up to, we're just doing sections at a time, wrist to elbow. So get started with that. This is something that is 5,000 years old. Your skin is a huge organ. And I tell you, your skin has so many different functions. Now, I'm just going to talk about one tonight. Usually I talk about 3. But one of the main functions is your skin eliminates over 2 pounds of waste through sweat glands a day. So if you can get your sweat glands going more than that, then you can eliminate more than 2 pounds. Okay, on your elbow, you want to be gentle. I have been doing gently on my elbows. I used to have really dark elbows, but now they're starting to lighten up. So yeah, I'm feeling good about that, and my knees. So elbow is the area, gotta make sure I'm on the mat. Elbow is the area you want to be gentle with. Now, let's go from elbow to shoulder, all the way up. Let's do long strokes. You're always going up toward your heart. Okay, come on, keep it going, guys. Get your arms, oh yeah, and I've been showing my arms too. I can feel them already. Like, so you see how when I do that, you can see all that, but you can't even see it. This dry brush, that sounded kind of wicked. Okay, so let's get up the arm good, all the way, get over the shoulder. Now, I like to really get here in my shoulder area because I've got like gouges from my bra being too heavy, so we want to get in there. All right. Now, next, let's do the other hand. All right. So, the benefits of dry brushing, I'm just going to tell you real quick, and then I'm going to tell you some of the new findings that I found, and then I want to talk about head hunger versus stomach hunger, because there is a difference, and you need to know that difference. So, let me just tell you about dry brushing real fast. Okay, now, wrist to elbow. Make sure. Okay, so it exfoliates our skin. It makes our skin tighter. It mobilizes the fat. It calms your mind. It improves your kidney and digestive functions. Looking back at my notes, guys. It tones your muscles. It gives you, okay, elbow. Let's just get gently. Tones your muscles. Did I say that already? Oh, reduces cellulite. Okay, now let's go up. Reduces your cellulite. It stimulates and cleanses your lymphatic system. I don't know how you say that, but your lymph nodes. And it also makes your immune system stronger and stimulates circulation. So there are so many benefits to dry brushing. Okay, let's get up our shoulder. Oh yeah. And do you know your skin? Oh gosh, can you see all those fumes? And that's what I'm going to talk about tonight. That's the new information I'm going to give you. Okay, now I'm going to get my shoulder good. So I'm going to take that off and get this area. Get that at the back of my shoulder. Oh, see, already it's coming off. This is why I stopped using this, but it does make it easier when you've got a long handle. Okay, now, so what I want to talk about with the dry brushing is, so one of the things I've talked about, you go down. So from your chin, you want to go down, okay? So down, going down towards the heart. Okay, down. Sorry, I'm making all these faces like, and I even do my breast. You can gently do your breast. You want to be gentle on your throat, gentle on your knees, gentle on your elbows. You never want to do your genitalia, but you can get your groin area. And so I have been getting that area too. Now, let's just get the back of our neck. I'm just going straight down. Okay, so the new news I wanted to share with you is, of course, dry brushing is for exfoliation, which is shedding of dead cells. That our skin continuously, our skin continuously sheds. And do you know that if you're younger, your skin sheds more easily? Okay, now from our waist we go up. Okay, so just go up the skin. So if you're young, your skin is shedding all the time. But as we age, it is much more difficult for our skin to shed on its own. And I was just like, what the heck? Hey, hell. So it's so important if you're, 40 or older, that you assist your skin with this dry brushing process. So I'm in my 50s, so I need the help. Because aging skin does not shed skin easily. All right. And aging skin is more susceptible to cellular buildup. I'm like, aging. But that's okay, because I'm going to be gorgeous as I age. Oh, thanks, Paula. I'm just seeing that comment. Looking great. Thank you. Okay, so cellular buildup is when our skin is really dry. That's part of aging. If your skin is like really thick, that's a sign of aging. If your skin is leathery to the look, that's a sign of aging. And guess what? Dry brushing can prevent all of that. Yeah. So now we want to go from our stomach. Now for our stomach, you go, so the waist we go up, now we go down. Do you know, okay, so I've had two babies. Of course, they're 16 and 18. And I had two C-sections. And so I've got a lot of cellulite. And I've got that pouch. A lot of people say that pouch never goes away. And that's why, they go on and get surgery. But or plastic surgery, but I'm just gonna, hopefully I'll just accept me for who I am after the weight loss and be okay. So you want to go down. All right. So, but I've noticed well, I'm not gonna show you, but okay. So now we want to go up as we go up the butt. Okay. So up. I won't show you, but I'll just kind of talk to you. So I've noticed, so I'm going to get one cheek really good going up, up, up. So I have noticed already that those stretch marks lines are starting to dissipate. Oh, this dry brush is just great. Now remember, down the crack, you go down. I don't know why that is, but you go down. I know this looks gross, guys, but I want to do it. Just trying to show you that I really go down. Because you know what? I want to have a gorgeous ass too. You know what I was thinking? Oh, oh, my husband would never do this. But, okay, so now we're going to go down on the other cheek. I had a girlfriend, of course, this is like, I don't know, maybe 20 years ago. Maybe at least 20. But when she got married, they went to a nude beach. There's no way! And they stayed in like nudity. I forget where it was. It Brazil? I don't even know. I can't. I'll have to ask her. But I was just like, there is no way. She was, she could rock it. He was working out. He was rocking it. There was just no way. I was like, a nude beach. But you know what? That's going to be a goal of mine, to go and feel 100% okay with how I look and just, walk around in the complete nude. Okay, guys, get your feet. Now, now I want to talk about what I want to talk about. Okay, finally going to get to it. So if you can see me, maybe I put my foot up on it. Well, then it's going to get all over. I need to stay on the mat. So do your foot, okay? We want to have sexy feet. All right, so sexy feet. So let's brush our feet. Brush it good, because I've got really dry skin all over, which now I know is a sign of aging. Woo! Because I've gotten like way more dry than what I used to be. Okay, so now head hunger versus stomach hunger. Let's talk about that. So this is a part of the way. Okay, now let's do ankle to knee. This is a part of the way down workshop. Okay, it was a Christian program, but they have excellent points. And guys, I say this all the time, I'm gonna say it again, the surgery is just the initial tool. It's all about what we do with follow-up and what we're doing during post-op of how to do it. So chapter 2 was about head hunger versus stomach hunger. Now, how do you find true stomach hunger? You gotta wait. You need to wait as long as you can to eat. You need to wait. Okay, so now gently on the knee. So you need to wait until your body is truly at a hunger point. And so I think so often we don't know where that hunger mark is. And I know we've had the surgery, and a lot of times I feel like, oh, it's lunchtime, I'm hungry. But I've got to know the difference. It's so important. Get the back of your knee. So important to know. This came off. Okay, I'm going to keep this off and just do the handheld because it keeps falling off. But, okay, so let's see. Okay, I'll just come right here. Okay, so an empty stomach, how do we know your stomach is empty? If you don't know, it's growling. That's one way. Number 2, you start getting headaches. Number 3, your body will start to shake if you're truly hungry. So we have got to know the signs that our body is telling us before we eat. If you really want to know what, head hunger, what stomach hunger is. Because too often we're head hungry. We just feel like we want to eat. We think it's time. We know we haven't had anything to eat in several hours. But if you truly wait, Now, I really get my legs good because I have a lot of cellulite. If you truly wait until stomach hunger, and so that you can know what it feels like, and only eat then. Because guys, you know what? I mean, you know, yesterday, I think I'm still taking in too many calories. I mean, it's like, this is hard. I mean, you feel like you've had the surgery, you can only eat a few bites, but you know what? It's all about the bites you take and how many you take. You know, get your other foot. Okay, you know, so yesterday, you know, if you all saw my video on 4th of July, I packed my lunch, and I'll get back to the head hunger. I packed my lunch, and, you know, I had some low-carb fruits, I had some cheese roll-ups, and I was set. My protein drinks, my Gatorade. Okay, we're going ankle to knee. You really want to get those long strokes. You want to go up, up, up the leg. Now, hey, if you've got spider varicose veins, that's okay. But if you've got major varicose veins, you want to, like what I've got, you want to be careful around those areas. And if you've got sensitive skin, dry brushing might not be for you either. So you want to be careful. Okay, so I'm going to get my knee. So yeah, guys. So I went to cookout number 1, and the family there. Now, this was the good thing. Maybe this is the good thing about telling people you've had the surgery, because everybody there knew that I had the surgery. So I felt like everybody was watching if I was going to eat or not, you know? And, you know, I'm sure it was just here, but I still, you know. So, you know, by this point, you know, I hadn't eaten all my fruit and my meat prosciutto roll-ups. Okay, now we're going from the knee. Okay, sorry. We're going from the knee up the leg. But so I got myself a plate, and I just fixed a couple bites. I was trying to make really wise choices. So I ate a deviled egg. I ate, well, you know, just half. What in the world? Sorry. So a deviled egg, a few green beans. Of course, they were, you know, had all the great yummy flavoring on them. And then just a few pieces of rib meat. But I was feeling good, you know, I was like, you know, this isn't bad, you know, this is just a few bites, you know, and I got up, golly, this is like the 3rd time. Okay, sorry. Okay, up the leg. Okay, now at this point, my skin is like super, super tingly. And what you want to do is immediately afterwards, you want to get in the shower, and a cold shower if you can. You know, lukewarm. I start off lukewarm, and then I go to ice cold, and then I go back to warm. Okay, so I'm really getting my legs good. Okay, so, but then after that, I found myself, you know, sitting in the kitchen. Okay, so now I'll just talk. I found myself sitting in the kitchen just around the food, and I was like, I got to get out of here. And that's what the Weigh Down Workshop says. You've got to get out of the area, remove yourself from around the food so that you're not tempted. Okay, so back to, you know, the head hunger versus stomach hunger. I get so sidetracked. So it's all about obedience. We have got to be obedient. We've got to get our minds off of food. You know, maybe, I don't know. I shouldn't have been in the kitchen. You know, I had my food in the car. We've got to eat in small quantities. You know what? Just because you've had the surgery, you know, of course, if you're just, you know, in your first couple weeks of post-op, you feel like, oh, you can only have one little bite anyway. But I can now have bigger bites at 11 weeks. So I've got to remind myself to eat in small quantities. I've got to remind myself to slow down. You try to stop in the middle of your bites. 1, 2, 3 minutes. Sit there, look up, enjoy your company. Not letting it be about the food. Getting the food out of sight. And that's what I talked about. Stepping out of the room if that's what you have to do. You know, she talks about in this Weigh Down Workshop that food is used to celebrate or mask every human emotion. So we've got to keep our emotions in check as well, and stop turning to food for comfort. So if we can pay attention to our head hunger, and know when it's just our head versus when it's our true stomach hunger, and looking and seeking that, then we can be successful. And so these are just a few of the things. There's so many different theories out there. In fact, and I'll end with this because I know I've been on here for a minute. In fact, there was a woman, and I thought these were great comments, who had said, she's got 2 kids, she's a CNA, she doesn't make as much money, blah, blah. And there was just a pouring of love of all these people that gave great comments and feedback of how she could pay for Pompeii. And I loved the comments that said that basically are my philosophy and Dave Ramsey of, you can get the money you want if you're willing to work for it. You'll work overtime, get an extra job, cut back, stop having Starbucks. I stopped, when I was trying to pay off this house, I stopped getting my nails done. I stopped getting my hair done. Now I've gotten used to it. I stopped, I was getting massages. Going to the gym. I had this membership, that. I was doing the things, buying clothes whenever I wanted to. If we just, and I stopped vacations. We didn't go on vacation for 5 years. Yeah, because I was on a 5-year plan. Yeah, and that's what it took aggressively to pay off this house. And so, if you're looking, to do the surgery and you need that extra money, I started a cleaning business. I started commercial. I do residential. That wasn't my forte, but I knew how to clean. I know how to keep my house clean. So I started one. Anyway, so I know I'm talking about other stuff, but I just thought that was so great. And somebody, and I ordered the book. Your shopaholic gal did it. So there was another woman who said, there's other programs out there other than Pompeii. And it was called, is it the Bear program? Something like the Bear. And so, where all these people have lost 100 pounds. And so I ordered the book. Yeah. Because, whatever theories there are that I can, because I'm going to, when you're a foodie and you've been eating for 20 years, this is not just going to happen overnight. I need to do all kinds of things. Am I on keto? No. Have I done it before? Yeah. Am I doing intermittent fasting? No. Have I done it before? Yeah. Been to Weight Watchers 4 times. Jenny Craig. All these programs. And I'm just going to use a little bit from each one, and surely I'll be successful. So thanks for joining me with the dry brush. I'm going to call some people back and jump in the cold shower and tighten my skin. I'm going to do dry brushing again on Thursday. So be sure to stay tuned. Thanks for joining me, and we'll talk to you real soon. If you commented at all, I'll be sure to answer it later on when I get out of the shower. Thanks for joining me. Have a great night. Bye-bye.